Hello students. In this lecture I will try to explain the phenomenon of hunting in synchronous motors. I will begin with the definition of hunting and the description and along with the effects of hunting, and I will end up with the methods of reducing hunting phenomenon. Hunting is a phenomenon in synchronous motors or in synchronous generators as well, when due to sudden application of load the rotor searches or hunts for its new equilibrium position. See, in synchronous motors, the effect of increase in load is not a decrease in steady state speed like in most of the other motors, because synchronous motor runs at only one speed called synchronous speed, which will change only when frequency or poles change. So how does synchronous motor accommodate for an increase in load is the subject matter of hunting study. Before we proceed, let us discuss what happens due to hunting. One dangerous effect may be it leads to loss of synchronism. This motor running at synchronous speed may come to stall. Then hunting may also produce mechanical stresses in the rotor shaft. During hunting, additional oscillations at frequencies other than 50 Hz rated frequency are produced. These oscillations will produce torque. So these torques, some of these torques, if they are near to the torsional torques frequencies, then they try to twist the torque, the shaft. So this will result in breakage of the uh, shaft if we don't control. Similarly, the hunting may also result in increase in machine losses, because more the number of torque components, more the currents, this will rise to I square R losses and cause the temperature rise. Then cause greater surges in currents. Then there is a possibility of resonance also. Resonance is a phenomenon in which the frequency of oscillations produced in hunting phenomenon may interact with the natural frequencies of the motor load shaft as a whole, and this may result in the mechanical resonance phenomenon, which will be increasing the amplitude of the rotor oscillations dangerously. So these are the effects of. This is an equivalent circuit of a cylindrical rotor synchronous motor. The Vt is the terminal voltage per phase applied to the stator, I is the stator current, Xs is the synchronous reactance, we have neglected the resistance here, and E or Ea is the excitation EMF. These are the two voltages in the synchronous machine, E and Vt or E and V. And phasor diagrams are also shown here for different power factors. You know, synchronous motor can operate at varied power factors, lagging, unity and leading. So for each of these power factors, you can see the phasor diagram here. The angle between E and V, delta, is the power angle, which is also called the torque angle, and which is a very important parameter to describe hunting phenomenon. Then I have also shown in this slide torque equations. T equal to 3V sine delta by x omega ms is the torque equation of a cylindrical rotor synchronous machine, and the another equation is the torque equation of salient pole synchronous motor. The salient pole synchronous motor consists of two torque components in addition to 3V sine delta by x omega. Another component proportional to xd minus xq is also present in a salient pole rotor synchronous motor. So these are the different parameters voltages, power angle, phase angle theta. Ia is the armature current, IaRa is the armature resistance drop, and IaXs is the synchronous reactance drop. Then before behavior of synchronous motor for sudden increase in load. Before load changes occur, before load changes, that means in the previous steady state, the motor is described by torque equation given by T equals to TL, motor torque equals to load torque. Now when load increases suddenly, obviously load torque is greater than motor torque. So the rotor slows down temporarily. Consequently, the power angle delta increases. So rotor will now oscillate from its initial position. Rotor will move from its initial position. If we assume that the rotor is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, then it will continue to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction, but it will slip backwards by a angle. So the rotor slips backward relative to the armature field through an angle delta electrical degrees. However, the inertia in the motor and load system will make the rotor to swing back somewhat beyond the equilibrium position. Corresponding to the new load, before the rotor settles down to the new equilibrium position, the rotor will swing forward in the opposite direction now because of the inertia. Thereby, there is established a situation where motor torque will be greater than load torque now. Hence, not only the momentary reduction of speed is corrected by increase in speed, but the speed will be increased beyond synchronous speed also slightly, because motor torque is greater than load torque now. Here the phasor diagram for lagging power factor synchronous motor is shown so that angle delta which is existing between E and V will increase. That is the impact of increase in mechanical load on the shaft of synchronous motor. Picture shows three operating points 1, 2, 3 corresponding to three different positions of the rotor. The first operating point is when the rotor speed is equal to synchronous speed, that is the previous steady state condition where load torque balances the motor torque. Now, due to the sudden application of load, the rotor will swing to the slip backwards such that the rotor speed is less than synchronous speed. It will try to occupy position 2, equilibrium position, as shown in the figure. But because of the inertia of the system, this swing continues till the point shown as B here, where new situation is established. The rotor will torque is more than motor torque is more than load torque. So this will result in the operating point traversing from the operating point B back to equilibrium position A, at which again rotor speed is greater than synchronous speed. So the rotor will swing beyond this position again towards the operating point 1 forward direction due in the deceleration region. In this manner, the swinging of the rotor with respect to the final equilibrium position 2 in the deceleration and acceleration region is shown here, which is resulting in establishing of a periodic swinging of the rotor to either side of the equilibrium position. So this oscillation of the rotor is superimposed upon the uniform synchronous speed of rotation in anti-clockwise direction shown here. This situation can be made analogous to that of a simple pendulum shown in this figure. Now, the entire phenomenon of hunting can be observed experimentally by the slow periodic swinging of the ammeter connected in the circuit of the stator, because the changes in the angle delta are accompanied by changes in the armature current as well. This is the torque equation during hunting phenomenon. T equals kj d square delta by dt square plus kd d delta by dt plus TL. The component kj d square delta by dt square is called the acceleration torque, which is proportional to the moment of inertia of the system. Kg is the moment of inertia of the system, and d square delta by dt square is the acceleration of the rotor with respect to its new equilibrium position. The second component kd d delta by dt is the braking torque, which is produced by the reaction of the current induced in the damper winding upon the main field. This current is proportional to the voltage induced in the winding, and because voltage is proportional to relative velocity of the rotor with respect to the armature field, that is d delta by dt, it is proportional to kd d delta by dt. So this, if the time period of the oscillations in the hunting happen to be equal to the natural time period of the machine, then mechanical resonance is established. The amplitude of these oscillations will become high and may eventually make the machine out of synchronism. Here the variation of load angle delta with the time is shown, wherein two characteristics are shown here. One without the damper winding, where the settling time is large, the oscillations are damping with a very high after very long period, because the without damper winding, the eddy currents induced in the pole faces of the rotor are not sufficient to damp the rotor oscillations. On contrary to this, if damper winding is used, then because of the eddy currents produced in the damper winding, the according to Lenz's law, these eddy currents will have a tendency to damp out the oscillations, the rotor oscillations, which are the cause of the production of the eddy currents themselves. So this will make the rotor oscillations to settle down quickly to the new equilibrium. So hunting can be reduced if we have damper windings sufficiently well to suppress the oscillations. The damper windings are placed in the pole faces of the rotor of synchronous motor. This diagram shown here will illustrate the location of damper bars as well as the location of field winding also. Field winding is wound on the over the rotor. Damper bars are placed on the pole faces of rotor. These dampers also serve the additional purpose of making the synchronous motor self-starting, because we know synchronous motor is basically not self-starting. So the eddy currents produced in the damper windings will act like the rotor current of induction motor, and that will produce a torque similar to the torque in induction motor. That will help the synchronous motor to start as induction motor, and when the steady state is reached, synchronous speed is reached, the damper windings will offer no operation, because in that case eddy currents will not be induced because of zero relative speed between rotating magnetic field of stator and rotor. Then hunting can be also minimized by mounting flywheel on the motor shaft, which will increase the inertia of the motor load system. We have seen the torque equation earlier. By increasing kJ, we can also improve the system, damp the oscillations. That is possibly done by using flywheel also. And the third method is by designing synchronous machines with suitable synchronizing power coefficients. So that will improve the damping torque Kd d delta by dt seen earlier. So these are the ways how we can reduce the hunting phenomena. Thank you.